What's up, guys? This is the Eternal Phoenix again, coming at you with another video. So I guess I'm gonna have to explain this for NASA again. Quantum introspection 101. It's really simple, so don't hurt yourselves. Okay, I'm gonna draw this again for you. Okay, so you have energy, then you have now let's do this right, that way we make it all pretty for your retarded asses. So you have what they call the Satanic Cross, or the sulfur symbol, okay, the alchemical symbol for sulfur, okay. I'm such a perfectionist, y'all. You'll have to fucking excuse me. But I want to make it at least as legible as possible. Because apparently y'all didn't get it the first fucking time. Okay. So you have the infinity symbol down here. Okay. Okay. See that? Arrow. Oh, but that's sunken. So his own shoelaces. Bitch, you can't even count to 10. Shut up. So, I don't care how I made it big enough so you can see it. Fucking morons. Man. It's about as good as y'all are gonna get it, because y'all are supposed to be educated men. Apparently. So you have that alchemical symbol for sulfur. Okay. These down here actually represent the realities. You have this reality, you have left and right reality. Okay. And then, if you're familiar with how quantum physics work, okay, in each reality, like, think of it as a mirrored reality. Okay, and think of it as like two cells that fucking can join together, or what? I don't know, mutate into one. That's basic science. Okay, so we'll say just two cells for the sake of whatever, just so your brains can picture it. Okay, so you have the left and right cell. You have the left cell, that right cell, left reality, right reality. Okay, it didn't always used to be this way. Okay, you had one reality, or the all. Okay, you had the all, the whole. Okay, and somewhere it's split off. Okay, so then you go to these two, and then it kept splitting in each one. Okay, and splitting off, splitting off, splitting off, splitting off. But the thing is, it's like, where does that energy go to? Okay, it goes back. Sorry, my brother was getting some mustard for chicken nuggets or something, I don't know. Anyway, so eventually that energy has to go somewhere. It just doesn't go out and it dies off. No, it goes back. It goes back up. Okay. I know that looks so weird. It does. This is the only best way that I can describe it. Okay. So you have all this energy going back up and being reused. Okay, not ever going to the top, but eventually it's going to have to go back up. Eventually it's going to have to come back into a hole, but can join back together. Eventually it's going to have to do, you know, this energy causes it to mutate into itself, and it goes up at the same time. It's weird, but it's been shown to me. Okay, because Nikola Tesla, it has to do with the 369 theory that Nikola Tesla was, he thought that was the key to the universe. It is the key to the universe. It has to do with hertz. It has to do with the vibrations and the hertz of the realities. Okay, and I think there's like 12 different ones, 12 different hertzes, and they all, there you go, 369. There's 12 different hertz that you can use. I'm not going to sit here and try to name them out because you should be smart enough to try to fucking figure it out. Okay, but you say, we'll just take the basic 369, that's the lowest hertz. Okay, and then it goes, 369, then it goes 396, and then it goes, and then it goes up. It goes to 69. It goes 639, and then so forth. This is the lowest vibration that you can actually be at, or hertz. Sorry, this is the lowest vibration that, technically speaking, humanity can operate on. Okay, but they say that our brains only work at 100 hertz, which is, I think, is complete bullshit. But that's just me. That's just pure opinion. That's the thing. Is it opinion or is it fact? Because they say 100 hertz. How do they know? If they can't even discover dark matter, how do they know that our brain, how can they see the energy for our brain? I mean, I'm right. Like, if they can't even find the dark matter, how can they see the energy on our brains, or how much energy that our brain uses? That's where the electromagnetic frequency comes in, or bioelectricity. For hang on. Okay, so you have electromagnetic frequency, okay, which is also aka your aura that you emulate, and each one has a different color because each hertz has a different, like, the higher that you go, the colors change. Therefore, we don't have 7 chakras, we have 12, from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Okay, so your electromagnetic frequency, you start out at 369. Okay, and the more knowledge that you gain, and the more, like, esoteric knowledge and Gnostic knowledge that you gain, I'm just going to call it that for namesake, because I know that you have to have labels for shit, like we have to have labels on everything. But when you start ascending, as quote ascending, or becoming, like becoming living God says, like, you're becoming God, you start vibing at a higher rate. So whenever you start doing the path work, you go up to 396, and then you go up, and then up, and then up, and finally you're just ascending mastery level, which is like 963, I think it is the highest hertz you can actually operate at, I believe, because there's only 12. Okay, but it's a process. Like, it's slow. You don't do it rapidly, because if you do it rapidly, your brain, the Necronomicon described it as the 3 guys turning into mush, but it was really your brain kind of just spontaneously combusting, in a sense, not like actually, but it actually, you can go completely insane like Aleister Crowley did. That's the best way I can describe it. No offense to Aleister Crowley. He tried. He tried to do it rapidly, but the instant gratification is going to whoop your ass, King Belial says. Along with all the other ones. Asmodeus, Beelzebub, they all say instant gratification. You have to go slow and steady wins the race sometimes. Because it's done right the first time. But then you have all that energy coming back and then being, like, we'll call it recycled, but not really recycled, because it's the same energy being transferred, not transmuted either. It's just being reused over and over and over again, because when you transfer energy, it would be going to the other reality, but it would, at this point, you're just recycling energy over and over and over and over and over and over, but eventually it's going to have to go, eventually it's going to go pop. Kind of like a brain hemorrhage. Okay, kind of, but not exactly. Okay, so you have all this recycled energy, and eventually with it recycling, it's having these realities kind of like turn like on an axis, like how the Earth would be turning on an axis. Okay, and it's causing these to spin. The quantum, I think it's called the quantum spin, or quantum. They call it quantum entanglement, where the two cells you know, they're spinning at a different rate at opposite directions, not the same, opposite. So one's turning one way and the other one's turning the other way. Like, we'll just go this way. So this one's going clockwise and this one's going counterclockwise. And eventually, with them being mirrored right up against each other, they're going to eventually turn and spin into each other. Like, it's going to become one. It's going to, like, spin and it's going to become... it's going to become like that. Okay, like an egg. I think that debunked your theory. Anyway, but eventually it's going to do this, and as it does, as time goes on, it's going to go up and up and up and up, and it's going at the same direction at the same time. All directions. Not just one, not up, not down, not sideways. No, all of them at the same time. Because in order for this to become one, everything has to be able to entwine into one another. And that was all me. But I do have to give credit to Einstein and Isaac Newton, who are dead. You know, I do pay attention to... that was 11:11 as I said that. But, and then it becomes whole again. Or, as Krylon would say, consciousness. Because we're already a singular consciousness. We're just, some of us are kind of at a higher hertz than others. And it's not a competition. It never was. It was just... we made it a competition. Who's better at this and who's better at that, and really in all factuality, instead of doing, oh well, this idea was better, they could have just integrated all of the ideas, and it would have got us a lot. It would have got us there a lot faster. Because honestly, with the technology that we have, I believe that we've degressed. We've went down instead of going up. We've descended instead of ascended. That's just opinion, though. But that is quantum introspection. I almost wanted to say integration, but that's a different term. It would probably be quantum integration. That sounds a lot better than introspection, but introspection was a good one. I want to make sure, though. I don't want to, like... action of process of integrating, the finding of an integral of an... Okay, so the coordination of processes in the nervous system, including diverse sensory information and motor impulses. So, yes, it'd be quantum integration, not introspection. Yeah, the active process of uniting different things. That's what integration it means. The practice of uniting people from different races in an attempt to give people equal rights, racial integration. So, in conclusion, quantum integration. Okay, we each human, I'm just going to say human for human's sake. Each of us are either, we always have to have that, oh, well, you're either this or you're that, you're this or you're that. That's not true. Like, that's not true. You have to change your whole way of thinking and everything that you've taught. You have to take everything that you've been taught since as a kid and change your paradigm. And your paradigm is your the way that you think and the way that you perceive the world. Well, the world is your reality, like your reality, and it doesn't become a part of your reality until you physically see it, supposedly. That's what Azazel had said, but that's not exactly what he said. Azazel said, I do not exist and he said, I do not exist until I become a part of your reality. So, because you think that it has to be a physical aspect or a physical thing that you can actually physically see, because we've been taught that if it's not physically there, it's not real. That's not true. That's where your imagination comes into play. That's where your third eye and your pineal gland comes into play. It has a lot to do with that. But they don't want you to know that. They try to decalcify everything and make you controllable. And they want you to follow the herd, or as I like to call, sheeple. So quantum integration is taking the realities, or different realities, and combining them. So say, for instance, like, okay, whenever in the Schrodinger's cat theory, where he puts the cat inside the box, I think, okay, where it splits off, okay, instead of it actually splitting off, you know, where one's alive and one's dead, there's either one. Instead, why don't we think of it as it's both at the same time? Because those realities, yes, they got split off, but eventually they're going to have to come back together. Eventually, according to his theory. So that would be quantum integration. And that's never been discovered before. Or drawn out in a way that people could understand. Physics was hard enough alone to try to describe. And I know Albert Einstein said, like, he was the man of, him and Isaac Newton and Schrodinger were the founding father, the three founding fathers of physics. And Einstein tried to put it in a pictorial form, but y'all were just like, whatever, that's stupid or insane. You know, y'all thought he was nuts, and to a degree he was nuts, but at the same time he made sense. And now today, y'all are constantly trying to find or discover a new form of physics, and yet you still think inside of the box instead of trying to think outside of the box, like they did, like I do, like Nikola Tesla did, because it all intertwines, it all goes in together. It's not just one or the other, and you can't just have this type of energy or that type of energy at the same pace. Like, nothing, if you have that, if you operate at the same hertz for the rest of your life, you never get anywhere. You never grow. I mean, and they did say that the universe is constantly expanding. But if you're just constantly feeding it old energy and the same energy over and over and over and over and over again, like, you're not going to get anywhere with that. It's just going to be an expansion of old energy. Instead of trying to think outside the box and think of different ways, and think for yourself, you just want to take somebody else's ideas and make them yours, and then try to, like, I don't know, cognitive dissonance it. I mean, that's the truth. I mean, that's the best way that I can actually put it respectfully. So, instead of feeding your reality with old energy, with the same repetitive shit, you know, doing the same thing, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Why are you doing that? Like, why do you continue to go put all your energy into the same shit? The same theories, the same this, but you want to just retitle them. I mean, think of it as the biohazard symbol. That's I think one of Isaac Newton, I think, just showed me that. And we used to draw it all the time in high school, like, but not really the biohazard symbol. It's more like I don't like that. Yeah, I was right the first time, I think. There we go. Like a hurricane. Like the symbol for the hurricane. Like, you know, it would be like that in a way, with two different, and they're going at a different direction. So that one went that way, we'll go this way with this one. I think I'm going the right way. Yeah. So think of it as like a, this isn't perfect. This isn't a perfect model, but it's close enough. You have one going one way, and the other going the opposite. So you got one going clockwise, and you got one going counterclockwise. Okay, so if you have, you know, two people that are in two totally different realities going opposite directions, yes, for a while they're going to eventually just keep going off and off and off and off and off, but eventually, like, the energy is going to pull them back together. Okay, the quantum spin is going to pull them back together into one reality, the correct way. Because the thing is that what people don't realize is that black magic alters reality. It alters your reality. Okay, and the possibility of altering others' realities as well. Like, when you do curses and stuff, that alters reality. That alters your reality, especially when you start seeing results. Yep. And the thing is, it's like they say, oh, well, can you just take it back? Nope. You cannot take it back. Once you do a curse, it's out there. It's done. Done deal. There's no return policy, no nothing. It takes 30 days for a spell or a curse to truly work. If you're really doing it from a heart, like your actual, like, you're putting your everything into it. And your intent is everything, by the way. Your intent is your energy. So, like, if you're really hateful towards somebody and you're wanting to do a spell or a curse and you're putting your all into it, you best believe, regardless of what's going on, even if there's a delay because of free will or whatever, you're going to get some type of results, whether it's short span or long span. It doesn't matter which. Yep. And there's no return policy, no exceptions, whatever so you get what you ask for. So, like, me, it's more like, I would just say the cosmos, the universe, because, like, I don't like calling my guides demons, because they're not demons to me. They're not evil. They're more like a strict parent. I'll just say strict parent, but with a sense of humor. Okay, like a fucked up sense of humor. No offense to them. But, I mean, you have to have a sense of humor. I mean, you do. You can't take everything seriously. But they operate at the highest the highest hertz that you can possibly ever operate on. But they're in a different reality than we are, kinda, sorta. Because there's no time there, there's no space and time there. It just is. It just is. So our brains can't really physically see them, but we can hear them from time to time if you're tapped in. But it doesn't have to be a physical thing. Like, the thing is, it's like, spirit is everything. That's everything. That's the spirit is the existence of everything. And that's my saying, so nobody's still like shit. Yeah, spirit is the experience. I almost said experience, but that could be a good one too. Is the existence of everything, every place and every time. Merely existing, merely experiencing. Your reality at once. That was me. Spirit is the existence of everything, every place and time, merely experiencing your reality all at once. That's what spirit really is. It's not about religion. It's not about what God or deity that you work with, because at the end of the day, they are all the same. They just gave them different names and different aspects, or different, we'll just say, personalities for 3D brains. Because that's what it is. It really is. It's just personalities. I mean, and you got some that are assholes, and you got some that are just, like, really fucking quiet, like Beelzebub. Beelzebub's quiet as shit until well provoked. Just saying. But they'll appear to you differently. And that's what happened. They appeared to each person individually differently because, well, if you try to appear to, Like, say, if you try to be the same to somebody else, they're going to get that same, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to get the perception of you that you want, if that makes sense. So instead, just be your true, authentic self, and whatever perception they get of you is theirs. And it's none of our business to know what they think of us, if that makes sense. Drew used to tell me that. And, NASA is probably blown away right about now. CERN too. But somebody needs to give me some credit with credit's due, because I did that with the help of Einstein and Sir Isaac Newton, as well as Tesla, as well as Schrödinger. Because I do talk to the dead. That's not insane. Y'all are just cut off from spirit because y'all got so lost in the damn concepts of it, in the physicality of it. We'll just call it for the Santa Claus theory at that. The Santa Claus. We'll call it Santa Claus theory for namesake. But that's the truth. Spirit is the existence of everything, every time, and every place. You're merely experiencing your reality all at once. That's what spirit is. Because you have the capabilities of a God, you just choose not to unlock it. It's like me giving you the key to the city. Okay, it's like me giving you, like me, you know, you doing a good deed or being a good Samaritan or whatever, and me giving you the key to the city, and all you do is just put it in your pocket. And you just walk around with that key forever. Like, what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Well, fucking use it. You have the knowledge within you. The key is in your pocket. It's up to you to put the key in the door and go through the door. Don't ever just try to open the door. You go through it. Both feet at the same time. Because if you try to just unlock it and open it, because the thing is like if you peek, then you're not going to want to do it. Same thing with the Schrödinger's cat theory. That's exactly, I mean, I think that's what he was trying to explain. Respectfully to Dr. Schrödinger. I think that's how you say it. But you have to go through it and don't look back. Because once you go through that door, you cannot go back. You can't go back there. You know what happens back there. Don't go back there. Ever. I did once. And it fucked me up. Should have stayed gone. But, you know, being human and being, I thought, family, well, came to a crossroads. And that's where my reality split. I didn't even realize it. And it wasn't even my own fault that my reality split, really. It was the fact that I made the consciously aware choice to go home for the holidays. And, well, got AWOL. And now there's a whole fucking bullshit mess going on. Just all this bullshit floating around everywhere that eventually had to come back together so my reality and whoever else's reality that got messed up inside my reality could come back together. So, but I've explained it a little bit more in depth for y'all. No, I don't have a college degree. I just love reading. I'm not. I'm just a girl from Texas. Well, U.S. Navy SEAL AWOL that I am now aware of, but I don't even know. I can't even begin to describe how or why where I'm at currently is keeping me suffocated pretty much at this point. Trust me, I don't want to be here any more than they want me here, but they still won't let me go. And Moses said, let my people go. So, I'm pretty much Moses on Mount Zion right now. In this shithole. Crawling my ass out of the abyss. Or the pit, as they call it. But, Again, spirit is the existence of everything, every time and every place. And you're merely experiencing your reality all at once. That's what spirit is. That's a part of quantum integration. So, the alchemists were trying to turn, what they were trying to do is they're trying to turn precious metals into gold. They were trying to turn a different metal into gold. Okay, so they were trying to take different, like, zinc and copper and, different metals and turn it into gold. What they didn't realize was it was an allegory. It wasn't an actual physical transfiguration of the metals that they were searching for. It was the Midas touch that they were searching for, turning pure energy into gold. That's the best way I can say. They were trying to take the energy from the metals that they were using. They were trying to take the metal, or the energy from the metals, because they operate on different hertz, and it's not just within the confines of 3, 6, and 9. Like, they have higher hertz than that. Just the human brain can't operate higher than the 963. There's no repetitive numbers. You can't do like 9996. No, because that's actually angelic numbers. That's numerology. That's different. That's actually, like, it goes against the laws of the universe, because you can't have 999. You can't. There's just no way. And the reason being is because of, well, the universe doesn't allow it, and mush. Because that's a very high hertz for somebody's brain to operate at. But I was saying something before I was interrupted. The alchemists, okay, the Satanic Cross, as they like to claim, it's not a satanic cross at all. It's the alchemical symbol for sulfur, but the infinity symbol at the bottom represents everything, infinity, which is, I believe, is finite. Infinity is finite. That's me, because, like, it eventually becomes one and becomes finite, and infinity eventually does stop being infinite. It starts being finite when you bring those energies back together. It's definite, set in stone, and it won't split off. It won't do that again. It won't split off like it does. Dr. Schrodinger had said, it won't split off again. Once it becomes back into one, that's it. It's a done deal, because there's only 3 times that it can do it. And then the energy after it does that, it becomes whole one more time. Then it becomes a black hole or a void. Because 3 is a magical number. 3 represents the Trinity. 3 represents, you know what I'm saying? And everybody thinks that the mark of the beast was 666. It wasn't. It's 333. Because 666 is just, 6 is the carbon atom. It's carbon on the periodic table of elements is 6. It's just literally describing one of the, I don't know, we'll say 5 basic elements that create up the human body for scientific standpoint. But 3 is, what was it? Shit, it's not. It's gonna be, shit, it's not hydrogen, it's not nitrogen, oxygen. It's gonna be oxygen, I think. 3, oxygen. So you need air to breathe, so the actual piece number would be 333, not the Trinity. I mean, yeah, the Trinity, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, oxygen, air, holy oxygen, holy air, Holy Father, because of, well, the Trinity. And no offense to the Trinity, because, well, they're still learning too. But anyway, that's all I have for now, but I wanted to go more into depth for somebody in particular that was, like, kind of energetically hounding me about it. They're like, I don't know, like, it doesn't, I don't get it. They were trying to describe it in a freaking article and steal it, and they need to stop. Period. just because I'm a nobody doesn't mean that my thoughts aren't nobody. Like, I am a somebody. I have my own thoughts and my own ideas, and y'all keep stealing everybody's, and it's fucked up. So, I'm the Eternal Phoenix. If you liked what I had to say about quantum integration, please like, share, subscribe. If you have a different opinion or anything like that, please feel free to share it. Like, I always am open to constructive criticism. So, I'm the Eternal Phoenix, and I'm rising from the ashes, and I hope you have a wonderful night.